Hello everyone, I am Roshit. Welcome to this presentation where I will walk you through the business intelligence dashboard I developed in Power BI for AtliQ Grants as part of Code Basis Data Analytics Bootcamp. Firstly, let's understand the problem statement. AtliQ Grants, a prominent player in the five-star hotel industry in India for the past 2 decades, has been facing challenges in maintaining its market share and revenue within the competitive luxury and business hotel segment. This project aimed to address this problem by leveraging the power of data-driven decision making. For this project, I was provided with a comprehensive large dataset covering 3 months of operational data along with a mock-up dashboard. My process involved rigorous data cleaning using Power Query followed by loading the data into Power BI. Then implemented a star schema for efficient data modeling and created DAX measures to calculate and visualize the key performance indicators identified in the project brief. Finally, I built this interactive dashboard incorporating elements from the mockup and adding further insightful visuals to aid strategic decision making. Let's begin our exploration of the dashboard and the valuable insights it provides. As highlighted in the problem statement, a primary concern was the decline in revenue. Observing the revenue trend over the past few weeks, we can clearly see a significant downward trajectory here. To understand the root cause, let's quickly examine the trends of other crucial metrics. Interestingly, RevPAR, rating, ADR, and occupancy do not exhibit this same downward trend. However, when we look at the booking number trend, you can observe a similar significant dip. This strongly suggests that the revenue drop is primarily driven by a substantial fall in the number of bookings. To investigate this booking decline further, let's check if this trend is uniform across all cities. If the downturn was concentrated in a specific location, targeted actions could be taken. However, as you can see here, all cities exhibit a similar downward trend in bookings. Similarly, when we analyze the booking trend by property, room, category, and even booking platform, the same pattern of a significant drop is evident. This widespread decline suggests a potential external factor such as increased competition or any market issues. It would be beneficial to analyze competitor performance to ascertain if they are also experiencing a similar trend. If not, this would strongly indicate a loss of market share for AtliQ Grants, necessitating immediate and decisive action. This real-time monitoring capability allows for early identification of critical issues, facilitating a quicker and more effective recovery. Before we delve deeper into specific analysis, let's take a quick overview of the dashboard's layout and functionalities. I have incorporated maximum filter options at the top, allowing for granular analysis. For instance, if you are the head of Bangalore region, you can simply filter by Bangalore here to analyze the specific performance and growth opportunities within that region. A convenient Clear All Filters button is positioned here to easily reset our selections. Additionally, an information button provides comprehensive details about this dashboard. This section features 6 key performance indicators, providing a snapshot of the company's overall performance. Alongside each KPI, I have included a comparison to the previous week, enabling a quick assessment of any emerging negative trends. Furthermore, hovering over these KPIs reveals a tooltip visual, offering a clear understanding of each metric's performance over time. Moving to the next visual, this shaded line chart allows us to evaluate the trends of revenue, average daily rate or ADR, occupancy, and total number of bookings. This button here enables us to switch between these different metrics. This shaded areas represents weekends. As is typical in the hotel industry, we observe higher revenue generation during weekends. Interestingly, the ADR remains relatively flat across both weekdays and weekends. ADR, representing the average room price, shows that despite higher demand on weekends and lower demand on weekdays, pricing is not being dynamically adjusted. Given the lower weekday occupancy of 51% compared to the 73% on weekends and generally lower operational costs associated with weekdays, implementing a dynamic pricing strategy could be beneficial. Consider reducing prices on weekdays to attract more bookings, perhaps through weekday focused packages targeted at business travelers or corporate clients. At the same time, on weekends, given the existing higher demand, a proportional increase in pricing could be implemented. This visual allows for easy monitoring of the impact of such a strategy. We could expect to see an increase in ADR on weekends and potentially a slight decrease on weekends, ultimately driving revenue growth across both periods. This visual trend lines will provide a clear indication of the strategy's effectiveness. This next visual, a bar chart, further emphasizes the significant difference in per day revenue between weekends and weekdays. The successful implementation of dynamic pricing aims to reduce this gap positively. These two visuals were added beyond the initial mockup to specifically facilitate the effective implementation and ongoing management of a dynamic pricing strategy. Now, let's look at the city-wise analysis here. Mumbai consistently generates the highest revenue while Delhi consistently shows the lowest across all 3 months. Despite having the lowest revenue, Delhi records the highest occupancy rate. To understand why Delhi's high occupancy is not translating to higher revenue, the detailed table below provides a level 2 analysis. Examining this table, we see that Delhi also has the lowest room capacity. This suggests that Delhi is performing exceptionally well given its limited capacity, with strong demand indicated by the high occupancy and high rating. Therefore, if AtliQ Grands has any expansion plans, Delhi might be a prime candidate for increased capacity that could significantly boost the revenue. Here we can see Bangalore has the lowest occupancy rate at 55.8% and also has the lowest average rating. The reason for the low occupancy becomes clearer when we examine individual hotels within Bangalore. Hotels with higher ratings in Bangalore have good occupancy rates, whereas the hotels with lowest ratings, such as AtliQ Grand with 2.4 and AtliQ Blue with 3.1, have the lowest occupancy. This indicates a potential issue with customer satisfaction in these specific properties. Addressing these issues to improve customer satisfaction should lead to a higher ratings and consequently increased occupancy. This example illustrates how identifying a low performing area like Bangalore can lead to pinpointing specific underperforming hotels and ultimately uncovering the underlying reasons and potential solutions, all derived from the data within this dashboard. Next, this visual illustrates the revenue distribution by hotel class, differentiating between business and luxury hotels. We can see that 61.6% of the total revenue comes from luxury class. Correspondingly, the capacity in luxury class is also proportionally higher. This suggests that the potential within the business class segment might not be fully explored. Breaking down revenue by room class, the elite category generates the highest revenue and it also has the highest capacity. When we compare occupancy and ADR, the presidential classrooms, which have the highest average price of 23,400 rupees, also have a strong occupancy rate of 59.2%. This indicates the potential for significant revenue generation from this premium room category. This tagged bar chart details the booking percentage by booking platform. A significant 40.9% of bookings originate from others or unorganized platforms. Understanding these channels is crucial for effective marketing strategy implementation. Here, make your trip accounts for 20% of the total bookings. This comprehensive table includes important metrics for decision making in the hospitality industry, including DBRN, DSRN, DURN, etc. Notably, we see an overall cancellation rate of 24.8%, representing a significant business loss. Investigating the reasons behind this high cancellation rate, whether it is issues with the booking process or customer dissatisfaction, and addressing them could lead to an immediate and substantial improvement in the revenue. The highest revenue is generated by AtliQ Exotica. AtliQ Blue has the highest rating of 4 and a strong occupancy rate of 62%. On the other hand, AtliQ Season has a critically low rating of 2.3 and low occupancy of 44.6%, demanding urgent attention. Now, here is a summary of the key insights we have discussed. So, in summary, this BI dashboard provides AtliQ Grants with a vital tool to tackle declining market share and revenue. It offers clear insights into key performance indicators, enabling quick identification of issues like the recent booking drop. By understanding performance across different segments and leveraging the dynamic pricing visuals, AtliQ Grants can make informed decisions for immediate recovery and future growth through data-driven operations. Thanks for your time. I appreciate your feedback.